Market. Today's the 4th of November, and this is your ES morning call. If I start looking a little gruffy, I know my beard's white, but it is no shave November, and my sons and I are honoring it because I'm fortunate that my cancer's been in remission for 9 years. I had prostate cancer 9 years ago, and everything's good. I go for my test every year, and things are good and working and functioning properly, and it's been in remission. Knock on wood. Plug out to those people at Loma Linda Hospital out in California. I spent 9 weeks out there doing the proton radiation. If anybody's ever experienced it, or you have someone of your loved ones experience it, you email me and I'll let you know everything I know about prostate cancer. Also, my daughter is a survivor of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and is a healthy mother now and has 2 sets of twins that are 8 and 7. And she had them naturally after her treatment. So, yesterday Michael Milliken was on Bloomberg talking about cancer research and funding and how we're falling behind. And I think that it's important that the gene therapy and all the things they're doing with cancer, that we all should support it. Basically, in the last 100 years, they've increased the lifespan of the average human by 40 years. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there because cancer seems to hit every one of us at different times and places in our life. And we have been fortunate in my family. That's right. I'm saying fortunate. We had 2 people who came down with cancer, and we ended up being survivors so far. All right. So, you know what? It's a lot more of the same. I think this unemployment number, to me, it's almost too good to be true. I don't know if this is going to happen. I think we may see some number like we did a couple of weeks ago that is going to spook the market, and maybe at the end of the day we end up rallying back. Or I could be totally off base, and they've nailed the number. They're going to be data dependent. It's going to be a great unemployment report. The market's going to rally, and the Fed is going to whack the interest rates and raise them. And so this way, everybody gets to save face. The market's higher. We whack the interest rates. I don't think there would be, everyone's expecting the quarter. So it might be factored in the market anyway. So certainly gold and bonds are trading like they're going to whack the interest rates. They're going to raise them up. So got to be, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. And that's why you trade futures, because you could go long or short at any moment. All right. So a couple charts I want to show you today. I hope things are looking not backwards, or they look backwards, or whatever. Doesn't matter, as long as I'm not backwards in my thinking. But sometimes I am backwards in my thinking, but you know what? It's worked for me. All right. So for all you followers out there, think this is difficult. You're right, it is, but we are going to try to make it as simple as possible, and we are going to build a team. All right, Team Man Over Market, Team Borsellino, and we are going to move. We are going to move to the next level and create a stable of you guys that are making money, and maybe we'll create our own hedge fund. All right. Okay, so let's go to screen share and talk about what's going on. All right. I've been having difficulty I'm looking at our market profiles, and then I look at several other market profiles, and I've been getting different data feeds, and different value area highs and lows based on what's been put out. So I don't know if because the CME Direct had some issues the other day that the data are screwed up. But when I go to our profile right now, this is showing me that we have a value area high of 2109.5, point of control of 2102.25, and a low of 2097.25. Now, if you have different value area highs and lows, then let us know. Get it into us because we're trying to find a central starting point. Then I looked at some of our other software, and we actually Pat prints out the stuff for the S&Ps, the numbers. So he printed out different numbers for us today. So we're going to go with what he printed out because he kind of tries to take a consensus of the research that we have. Okay. Also, this was showing us last night yesterday. There was 237 TPO counts. We got 98 on the sell and 132 on the buy. So we got to, this is also the data that you can get off our software right here. All you got to do is put it right here and go. All right. So overnight, what do we got? We've got, once again, we just made a new high at 2109.75. Kind of a fat distribution overnight. Very 2105, 2150 is the low. And that is, look, we're approaching all-time highs, right? Here's 2117, okay? And these are, here's an unfinished VPOC, unfinished value area high, and then an unfinished, well, we just about touched it yesterday. This is not unfinished, I'm sorry. These are virgin VPOCs. Here's a virgin VPOC, virgin VAH, VAL, and then a virgin VALH, and all-time high at 2117 in this contract. All right. So that said, this is what it looks like. We're trading above value. I'm using 2102 and a quarter as our value area high. Using 2097 and a quarter as our VPOC. Bull bear zone 2095 and value area low of 2091 and a quarter. We've got our 5-minute pivot right here in a buy. 5-minute pivot in a buy. Okay. I'm looking at the sisters here. Let's go and take a look at the sisters. There we go with the Russell. Okay. Russell's in a buy. Its 5-minute pivot is at 1189.40. Here, we're in a buy. That's the Dow of 17,863. Okay. And the NASI 4720 half. The Dow yesterday was the big winner. Yesterday was the big, was the one that was leading the market most of the day. Okay. So right now markets are looking positive again. And, we just got to, what they say, you got to stay with the trend. The trend is your friend. Okay. So what I'm looking at on the upside, I should have went over to here. I'm just, I kind of pointed it out to you already. Here's what I've got. I don't have much to tell you. If we can take out the Globex high and yesterday's high of 2110 and a quarter, I would expect 2112 half, 2114, and this high up here at 2117. That's what I'd be expecting. On the downside, okay, we still have, we've created some single prints from yesterday down here to 2090 half. And excuse me. I had to sneeze. Let's go here. Come on, Lewis. Don't be a bonehead with the charts. All right, let me go up here and click this on. It makes it a lot easier. All right. All right. And then we have this big buying tail right here, down, all the way down to, I'll go back to the crosshairs. So we've got this big buying tail all the way down to 2075. So, I'm still thinking the market can trade between here and 2050 by the, end of the year. So I think we're now in this new band of a new band of what we'll call our new ranges. Okay, so we're in this top part of the range. Here's SPX. Okay, right here, looking to take out this 2134.72. Yesterday we had a high of 2117.43. Okay, so here we got to go right here, right? We got to get above this 2134.72. This is the SPX. Okay. And if we get above there, then we take a look at this, which is the 161.8%. Then we'd have a target up above of 2300.77. Look, to me, what I've seen in the last 5 years in this bull market, nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at, let me bring in the I think this is the ES here. Here we go. Here's the ES futures based on, now this is not the adjusted, right? But let me go back to the day. All right. Just trying to get it so you can see it better here. All right. Come on, Zoom work. There we go. All right. So where are we going? We're getting to the all-time highs here at 21. This is a non-adjusted chart from but on the futures, and this is, you know, we're approaching that 2134 on the futures. So I don't know. Everything just looks like it's going to the moon. Biff, bam, zoom to the moon, Alice. That's what it looks like. Okay. Let me bring in the bonds here. And since our day pivots have been working pretty good, so the bonds have been in a buy. It looks like if we get under 152.29, the bonds would be into a day sell. And then I think you see the market, and of course, if the Fed raises, then it'll get back down in that 148 level. All right. Right now, currently, the bonds overnight, not much action. But yesterday, pretty good sell-off. All right. We got a value area high of 55.12, low of 54.18. We've got the bull bear zone and the volume point of control right here at 154.22. Market trading right now around 154.26. All right. I think the market's going to contract in volatility as we approach Friday. This is the big mover. Gold, $75 off the highs. I mean, this thing went down, and it actually, and I'm going to put up our day chart and show you where it bounced off. Trading in value, we got a bull bear zone right here at 11.20.20. We're approaching it right now. Point of control down at 11.14.40. Value area low 11.13.80. Value area high of 11.22.20. Let me bring in our day chart. I posted this out yesterday, and look what we did. We bounced right off of that pivot that we've got down there. So this is our day pivot in gold, and I put out yesterday, if we close under here, look out that the market could end up at at 1,000 or 950, which people were predicting earlier in the year. We get a rate hike, say goodbye to gold, right? Because people can finally earn some interest on their money, and they won't have to have the carrying cost of gold. All right, so take a look at that chart. I mean, this is broke from 1191 down to 1113. That's like a $80 break or 80, whatever that is. So gold is definitely under pressure. Definitely under pressure. And here's our chart that we went over already. Okay. Anthony, any questions coming in from over there? All right. Ask me questions about anything, life. Everybody just, you want to talk about kids, raising your kids, sparing the rod, spoil the child, those things, I'm into that. All right. And so once again, here's oil with basically, and I've showed you this. So I think our day pivots are working pretty well with the market when you take a look at what they've done. I mean, here is the oil market, and I was getting ready to sell this thing with both hands, right? And it did not take out our day pivot. All right, right here. Look at this. It bounced. It came within $1 of our day pivot at 41.93, and it's rallied up to 40. It's rallied $7 off of there. All right. Does it look like it's out of the woods? I don't know. I don't know. All right. So currently we are trading inside value. We got a bull bear zone right here, 47.76. It just got back underneath that. Value high of 47.86, 47.33 point of control, and the bottom at 46.78, 46.78. So we've got that in the news. Okay. Still some earnings to be reported. Once again, we're trading above value. Not much to report above here. I mean, seriously, all you can do, like I said, is the trend is your friend. Let me find this thing again. There it is. All right. What do you got?
One of our followers, Jordan, says, I don't understand the numbers you gave for TPO. I keep asking to explain rotation showing on the chart.
All right.
Making sense?
TPOs are different than we're talking about, when we talk about average rotation, the software will calculate what an average rotation is from when you make a high or a low, right? So when if we're looking at average rotation, let's do it this way for right now. Okay. Let's go to yesterday's low on the close, which was 21,075. So 21,075. Does everyone see that? Please nod yes. And then Globex made a low of 21.5. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to be teaching you when you get into the trading funding. So we're all going to agree that the low of Globex was 21.5. Okay. So the software will calculate that over a 30-day period, that the average rotation in a 5-minute segment is 700 points. So that means that the market could go from 2,100. You add 7 points to that, right? It could go to 21, right? 21. So if you had 7 points to that, it'd be 2107, right? So I go up here and I draw and I look for 7 points above the low. That's the average rotation. Okay. A 5-minute rotation. Okay. That's what we look at, the 5-minute rotation. Okay. And so when I look at those rotations, now I'm getting some conflicting information, but we're going to stay with the 7 points right now because we've had expanded volatility. Okay. All right. So when volatility shrinks, these rotations shrink. All right. So when we look at the low in Globex, when do you kind of look at it and say, that low looks like it's pretty good. It looks like they're going to take it out. Okay. It's been taken out. So I look over here and I'm going to throw a split on here, right here. I'm going to throw a split right there. Okay. All right. And I'm looking, I go, they're in bracket S last night, 4:30 in the morning. Bracket S rallied up and see how it was consolidating here? Can everybody see this consolidation? Okay. So bracket S kind of took us out of that consolidation, and bracket T kept it up, and we moved forward. Okay. And we moved up. Okay. And we went up and we made a high. All right. Now, what was the key to me? Right now, I'm starting my day to trade today. Okay, I got 2107. I got a 7 point rotation. So I take my calculator out and I go, all right, put my little calculator over here on my cell phone because I can't do the math like the rest of you can. And I go to that 21. I go to the Globex low and I go 2101 half. 0.5 plus 7 points. All right. That means I'm looking for the market as, to retrace. It can retrace to 2108 half. Well, certainly we got to 2108 half, right? All right. So especially after I saw that if I was trading last night and stayed up all night and I saw the breakout through S, I would have then said, this looks like a pretty good solid bottom. I would get long here, and then I could put a stop below here, below S, and I'd be saying, let's see if we can catch the average rotation high up. So get me long around, let's say 2104. Looking for 2108 half. We certainly would have caught that rotation of 2108 half, right? And then the market made a few points higher, and now it came back and retraced. Okay. So did I pick a bottom here? No. The market already picked the bottom. So I wait for the market to pick a bottom, right? I get confirmation because we break out of the distribution. And then I say, okay, let's see if, let me make my gamble or my bet or my educated guess that I think the market can move up to 21.8 half because it's going to make one rotation off the bottom. Okay. So now, what do I take out of that trade? I take 4 points out of that trade. Okay. And it's a pretty good trade because I'm looking for a bottom that's been confirmed. I'm looking for a market that's breaking out of a distribution. And then I look for 450 points. So I could put on a couple contracts, take 400 points out of a trade. Would you like to take 400 points out of every trade that you make?
Yeah, I would.
Would you? Okay. All right. So now, here's the thing about rotations. So rotations don't always trade in one rotations. They like to go in waves of 3. So if I add another 7 points to this, that would give me 2011 and a quarter. So, but we backed off. All right. Now we made a high of 21,975. So now I'm going to do the reverse rotation and say, okay, what if this is the top? Okay. And I'm going to subtract 7 points from 21,975. Okay. And then I'm going to come with a rotation down. So now I'm looking for the rotation down. If we don't get the full rotation down and it falls somewhere in the middle here, okay, and I don't take out this during the opening, this sort of bracket S, then I'm looking for the market to move to 2112. All right. Then I go and look and see, well, what the hell else do I got at 2112 half? Right? That's where actually 2111.55. Well, look at this. Oh, I got a naked VPOC up at 2112 half. I mean, if I get through the Globex high and I get through yesterday's high at 2110 and a quarter, you think the buyers are going to be in control and take us up to here? That's a pretty good educated guess, right? And then I talked about my third rotation, right? So I'll add another 7 points. All right. Okay. So if I add another 7 points, to that, and so 2111, so that puts me around 2018 half. Okay. Right. I mean, I don't got to be a rocket scientist. So I got VPOC here, I got this, and I got an all-time high up here. So if we make 3 rotations from the Globex lows, we're going to be at the all-time highs. Okay. Now, this all is speculation based on what I'm doing pre-market, right? We're doing this pre-market. Then I have to go and I have to look and see what happens, what the market does when it opens up. So now I'm splitting the profile of bracket B again, right? And now I'm looking for the intraday lows and highs that will kind of confirm market movement. All right, so that's how I use things on the profile. Then I go to our indicators and I go, oh, all right, our pivots in a buy. All right, we've already traded. You know, we may come back. Will we be able to? We're going to probably try to test the top of value again. Okay, will we be able to get back inside value and get in here? If this becomes a struggle here, then I'm looking for the market to move back up to the highs. If I can't get back inside this value, look what happened once we got out of value, right? And now we're here at the top of value and had a war and it went up and it traded back up again. Okay. And then I'm looking at our indicators here, right? Which is the CCI, which is green. I'm watching the MACD and I'm going to watch the overbought, oversold. And so right now I'm thinking, well, the market looks like it's going up. I'm sort of like in the middle because we're trading right, below where the rotation was for off the bottom. So I'm looking for the market to make some confirmation. I got a bullish trend right now. Here's my VPOC right here, volume point of control. We went to our one standard deviation. We sold off. These are all kind of flat right now. They're not pointing straight up. This one's got a little ascending area. And then these are the tools that I'm using after I've developed my plan. All right, we got a minute to the bell. All right, that's why you need to get in the trading program because we're going to help you educate you. Did that give you the answer, Jordan?
Waiting for a response.
All right, everybody. Good luck trading. We'll talk to you later. And this is why you need to get in the program when we start it. I'll talk to you later. And everybody, good luck. Bye.
Fundamental market. Today's the 4th of November, and this is your.
Or to stop broadcasting.